Hello, everybody. Can you hear us? Are we on? Let me make sure my volume's not up super loud. How are we doing this week? As you can see, or maybe you can't see, I have two masked bandits behind me.
We're gonna rob you.
Yes. Why don't you guys go ahead and introduce yourself for the people who, Okay, yeah, we're on, guys.
It's me, Dio.
Oh, there we go. We have an echo.
No,
It's
just
Spencer.
Spencer. I'm
There-
a person that exists.
There is no music. I'm sorry. I'm doing it from a different
Happy
laptop.
Christmas.
I'm not Nick. You'll notice Nick is not here. We got Spencer Baker in the house, and we have Romeo Macias in the house, both members of my personal small group.
Wow.
I'm doing good, Vanny. So as you can see, I am not Nick. Nick is not here. Nick is actually on vacation this week. So you get me and my crew, the 7th grade small group guys.
Yes.
We're going to be running tonight. There's just fuzzy noises.
Buzz.
Huh.
Apparently, we're the only two people.
I can still hear it on this one.
They're
Are they joking?
yeah.
Okay, we're good. All right, good stuff. We're being trolled apparently, guys.
White.
Anyway, glad to have you as people are getting in here. Go ahead and say what's up in the chat if you're in here so we can know you're here.
What is that?
We got Vinny Bain in the house. We got the Watsons in the house. Shrimp Alfredo for dinner, huh? I don't know if I've ever actually had shrimp Alfredo. No, I know. It was so fun with Nick. It was a blast with Nick. Nick's just taking a week off. He's on vacation. He'll be back next week. And next week we're doing all of the, we're picking back up on the Christmas party, actually. So you won't want to miss that. Christmas party's next week. So that is Dawson Cramner in the house. What's up, man? How you doing? So yeah, Christmas party is going to be next week. We have a lot of super fun stuff planned for you guys. Bip in the house. What up, man? Or maybe that's Everest. I don't know. No, I think that's Everest.
Everest. He hasn't shot for any of these.
Is that Everest? I don't know which. I don't know. I think no, that's Bip. That's my final answer. It's Bip. Rip Nick. Yes, Rip Nick. He will be back next week. As for this week, though, you guys are stuck with me. Yeah, St. Nick's off building toys, guys. That's where he's at. The secret's out. We had Santa Claus as our pastor, so he's taking the
God.
month of December off.
I
He's
knew
building.
it.
See, Spencer knew it. He's building presents, and he's gonna be back with us come January. But as for now, he's a busy man. Yep, I think it's the beard. He shaved the beard to throw us all off, but it's all gonna be back. He's gonna be riding on his sleigh. It'll be great. It's Biff. Okay, good to know. Good to know. So, yeah, we're gonna have some fun. I'm gonna have some fun with you guys tonight in the 7th grade small group takeover. How's 7th grade guys going this week? Yeah, he was like sayonara. He dipped. He's like, I gotta go make presents. What was that?
We wrapped Asher up last year in a little present.
Ah, there you go. Wrapped him up in a little present. All right, let's see what we got here.
Figured this year we'd do
All right, guys.
Jackson.
So we're gonna go ahead and push out.
Paper under him, so we just wrap him
We're gonna go ahead and push out some of the polls here. So I'm gonna go ahead and send one out right now.
I'm a person.
See if this works.
I'm in danger.
Something went wrong, it says. Nick in the house. What up, man? You came at the wrong time because now that I try to do a poll, it's not sending out. Hang on here. We're gonna do the classic reload. We're gonna do the classic reload, guys, and this is gonna work. And if it doesn't work, we're gonna have to do the old Oregon Trail. Oh, I think it went in. I think we're live. A better Christmas tree topper. An angel or a star? What do you guys think? An angel or a star? I hope it pushes out to the chat. Let's hope it gets pushed out there. It says it's live. An angel or a star for a tree topper. What do you think, Spencer? Or Spencer? I'm backwards.
I do a star because it looks good.
You do a star. He says he does a star because it looks good. What about you, Mayo?
I go for an angel.
An angel, huh?
Christian.
An angel because he's Christian, he says. Hang on, I'm gonna try to push out the poll here. Let's see if, okay, there we go. I tried to restart it, so we'll see if it gets pushed out now. If not, just go ahead and keep dropping them in the chat. So we got a lot of people saying stars. A lot of people are saying stars. Funny story about what we have going on on the top of my Christmas tree this year. We go through and look at all of our Christmas stuff, and my sister, back when she was younger, made like an angel with her picture on it, and so it's her picture. So we have that sitting up on the tree from like, I don't even know, back when she was in like 2nd grade. Yeah, Vinny, you said angle. I don't know, are you putting a right angle, an acute angle, or an obtuse angle? What's your go-to, Vinny? An angle. Oh, wait, no you didn't, Mayo. You spelled it right.
Wait, I did. It looks
Okay, Shiloh says she has an angel on her tree, and it's beautiful. I don't know what's going on with the polls here. It says they're live, but I don't think they are. They're fibbing. But what do you think? Spencer said what he said. Did you say star?
Yeah, I said star.
Spencer said star, and Mayo said angel because he's Christian.
also because my
He said he said angel because he's Christian. Shiloh says she puts an angel on because it's beautiful. This year I have an angel because of my sister, but it looks like the popular choice is a star. So
No.
Ha, ha, ha.
a drummer boy. I don't even, what's a drummer boy look like? I need to look that up after Bip. Actually, matter of fact, we'll look it up right now. What is a drummer boy look like? See, I no. Okay, listen here, Mayo. I know what a drummer boy is.
It's just a boy holding a drum.
It's just a boy holding the drum. Nick, let me see if I can. I thought I put that on, but let me see if I can go back and do that again, because maybe that's why we have no votes. Let's see. Okay, there we go. It's, for some reason, I don't even know. Anyway, I think I figured it. We'll see if we can get it going for the next one here. Huh, nope, not that. Anyway, okay. Why won't it let me do this? It won't let me close the other poll. This is a mess, you guys. Anyway, we're going to scrap it, and we're going to keep doing it the old-fashioned way. So, I missed a lot of stuff. Apparently, Nick puts a cat on his tree. And Bip says it's his dad, old one from when he was a little kid. I love the song Little Drummer Boy, like some of the new renditions of it. Not necessarily the Justin Bieber one, but I didn't know I didn't like know where that came from. I was just like, oh, it's a funny song, but apparently people put them on the top of their trees. Good for you guys.
They have a movie.
They have a movie, Little Drummer Boy? They do?
Yeah, it's
See,
like
I didn't know
clay
that.
animation.
Clay animation?
I don't.
I for one, I for one have never seen that. So that's, see, I'm trying to hit cancel and it won't cancel the poll. The time's still going on it. Even after I hit cancel and close. Yeah, no, man. I don't know what's going on. Anyway.
This is why you have me.
Yep, this is why we need Nick, because he's a professional with the stream stuff. We're doing it the old-fashioned way. All right, so that was the first one. It seems like the popular choice was a star. For the next one, we got white Christmas lights or colorful Christmas lights. What do you guys go with?
Color.
Both on your house and on your Christmas tree. I'm wearing colorful Christmas lights,
Oh,
but I, for one, am a white Christmas light kind of person. I think it's classy. I think it looks good. Goes with everything. What do you guys think? Spencer, what do you
I'm
think?
wearing fire hazard.
He's wearing a fire hazard, he says. And those are colored lights, I think, aren't they? Are those dogs and cats?
Yeah, dogs and cats that are colored.
And they're colored. They're colored lights. So
Yeah,
does
I like
that
color lights
does that mean you're a
because they're
colored-
prettier.
does that mean he likes colored lights because they're prettier? Why do you think they're prettier?
Because if you look at a test shows, there was a test done that if you do a test on yellow paper, you perform better on it.
Do you really?
Yeah,
See, that's an
there's a
interesting
test done
fact.
at some university.
So apparently, if you do a test on a yellow colored piece of paper, you get better results. So maybe it's the same thing with Christmas lights, and it makes you smarter. It makes you
Big
smarter.
brain.
I, for one, am sticking with the classic white. What about you, Mayo?
I'm colored.
He's colored all the way. Why are you colored?
I mean, my family does white, but I always tell them we should get the colored. But then my mom's always like, "Well, these whites came with pictures, so we're not getting any ones until they go out."
There you go.
Preston
I just
likes
like how they
white
look.
ones.
What?
I know why you like
Why?
the white ones. You're colorblind.
Because I am colorblind. That might be a good point. Maybe that is why I like them. Is because I have trouble registering the colors or something. That's a good point. See, I don't know. Yeah, both in our house. Yeah, I think it kind of depends, man. Like on your house, I'm kind of going white. Maybe on the Christmas tree, I'm mixing it up. But it seems like the popular choice, by and large, is colored. Doug, Mason, Tegan, Bip, Dawson.
Fun fact, mine
We had
defaults
snowmen on your tree. Snowmen, plural. That's a big deal right there. Not just one snowman, but multiple snowmen.
23.
That's something. We have a lot of people going for colored right there. That's nobody on my side.
That's the word.
You have 3 Christmas trees. 3 Christmas trees, huh? That's a lot right there. See, Nick even has white on his own tree. I don't know, man. I feel like our ornaments are so out there that like we need white lights on our tree, or else it looks like that tree you showed me this past weekend, Nick. It looks a little busy. Looks like a circus we got going on. So that's how we roll at the Sawyer house. But I'm in the minority there. That's interesting. And both my colleagues said a different answer. So there you go. So next one here. On Christmas morning, or whenever you open presents, because last week we learned some of you guys don't open presents at the same time. Do you guys open presents? Beeman, what's up, man? Do you guys open presents all at once or one at a time? So like you and your family, like if you have siblings or your parents have presents or your pets, I don't think they really open presents, but whatever. Beeman got quarantined, man. You got hit with the quarantine hammer. That's no fun. I'm sorry, man. Especially before Christmas. But so do you guys, like, do you and your siblings, let's say you have siblings, do you guys open all your presents at the exact same time? Like you just go mayhem, like boom, 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 open them all up? Or do you guys alternate? Do you go one at a time? What do you guys do? Spencer, we'll start with you. What do you do?
So we sort out.
Make sure you talk loud. That we can hear you.
So we sort out our gifts. Like everyone has their gifts in a pile, and then we like take, and then all of us go at once. And we just keep going at once. Like we each choose a gift and then open it at once.
So Spencer says he takes them one at a time, but you open everybody gets one, and then you open them all at the same time. That's a good mix of the two. I've never really heard of that. We got some people saying they alternate. See, that's how we do. We go around, we do one at a time. A lot of people say that. Youngest to oldest. See, that's kind of how we roll around my house. We usually go youngest to oldest, open their gifts. But we don't open. Beeman, do you guys open all your gifts? Oh, you guys want to see? I didn't get to show you my Christmas sweater. Hang on one second. Do you guys open all your gifts, like Beeman at one time, like the youngest siblings opens all of them, or do you guys do one at a time all the way up, and then one at a time all the way back up? Hang on, I'll show you the sweater in a minute. Male.
We do
One at a time. See, one at a time seems like the correct answer. I forgot to show you guys my sweater. Spencer showed you his, but I came dressed for the occasion too. I figured we're kind of talking about Christmas a lot, so I wore my ugly Christmas sweater. It says, "Go Jesus, it's your birthday," with the Christmas hat and a birthday cake on it. Or not a Christmas hat, I'm on the wrong side. See, it's really hard on this stream thing. He's got a birthday hat on and see, I feel like the sleeves are kind of weird, but it's an ugly Christmas sweater, so it fits. You know, go Jesus, it's your birthday. Yeah, I totally forgot I was wearing that, y'all.
Is that you only have to give them one birthday present.
See?
Birthday and Christmas.
See? I like that plan. If we're giving Jesus birthday presents, we only have to give him one because it's Christmas.
Yeah.
One at a time, you know what I
We
mean?
can all give them a Bible.
We all give him a Bible. We're all going to give Jesus a Bible for Christmas, everybody.
5.
Where did I get this from? I think I got it from Meyer. I had to go buy one last year in clutch time, and I got this one from Meyer. So if you need ugly Christmas sweaters, go to Meijer. Meijer's the place to go for those. Not a lot of Meijer's not the place to go for a lot of things, but ugly Christmas sweaters, they got you covered, man. Oh,
I don't have to.
Spencer had a theory that Jesus should come back on his birthday in 2020. What?
I said
That's not. Yeah, I meant Mayo. Mayo said he wants Jesus to come back on his birthday, which is Christmas
This
for
year.
2020.
Yeah.
Bib says he has a hidden pickle ornament.
Oh, I
Whoever
have that
finds it
too.
gets to open first. You do that
Yeah,
too?
so, yeah, there's like a little pickle ornament that's hidden somewhere around the tree. And the first one to find it gets the first open.
See, I feel like I have heard that before. Spencer says he doesn't. Mayo, do you do it? Mayo doesn't do it. I don't do it. But apparently, more people do that. Do you guys do the pickle ornament thing? Drop in the chat. Are you guys pickle ornament people? Pickle ornament people. What do you guys do? Do you guys do that?
Last pickle.
Or is that crazy? Is that just a Bip and Spencer thing? Or is that normal? I for one have heard of it before, so it wasn't completely out of the blue. Never done it, but I think it fits. I enjoy it. All right. Sounds like a very 2020 thing to happen. For me, that'd be the best ending to 2020 we could get. No, I don't think it's a real pickle. It's a pickle ornament. So it's like a little tiny. Am I correct? It's an ornament, right?
That's like
On a little string. Yeah, see, that's what I thought. All right, last one here. Here we go. Are you guys too old to go sledding?
I've never actually been.
I've never been sledding, but I really want to.
What?
The only
Hang on, what a minute. You got neither of you have been sledding?
I have only been sledding on the ice retreat, but that wasn't really counted as sledding because we were barely in the ice.
So Spencer, Mayo, you've never been sledding other than at camp.
No.
And Spencer, you've never been sledding.
Nope.
How?
I don't know.
You guys have never been sledding?
I have never liked snow until like a couple years ago. Like last
Okay.
couple years ago.
Please tell me you guys still sled and that you guys have been sledding. Vinny Vane didn't know too old was a thing. I agree. That's my answer. You're never too old to go sledding.
Never.
Nick said kick you guys out for not going. I need to take you guys sledding then, don't I?
Yeah, you do.
Okay, we're going sledding as a youth group. We're going to take a big van and we're going to go find the biggest hill
Only
around.
7th grade boys.
Seventh grade boys,
girls
apparently.
allowed.
There's a huge hill in Ohio.
I'm telling you guys,
Oh, Parkville.
you're never too old to go sledding. I still go sledding with my friends at least once a year. It's a blast until you get hurt. But even when you get hurt, it's still fun. You sledding event? I agree. I say we take a sledding trip. I don't know how we're going to do it in COVID or if that's even a remote possibility, but in our heart of hearts, you need to go sledding. Yeah, I feel like, is it? Okay, don't listen to Nick. If you haven't been sledding, please let us know in the chat. I'm really curious if like some people have not been sledding.
I really want
Or if I just picked the only 2 people in the entire world that have never been sledding. I can't believe you guys have never been.
I
I've
really
never
wanna
been
go
sledding.
Okay, people in Africa have never been sledding. That's a fair point. But that's because they've never seen
Or
snow.
Australia.
Same with people. There's probably a lot of people in Florida who've never been sledding. But you live in Indiana. That's insane.
I've never liked snow. And like the year that I do like snow, there's no snow. Like last year, there was barely any snow last year.
Yeah, that's true. It's not like we have a lot of opportunities right now to go sledding. Not a lot of snow on the ground for us here. All right, y'all. We're gonna transition into a game called Who Did It? A game called Who Did It? It's kind of like a murder mystery. It's actually not like a murder mystery at all, but it's fun to say that.
You probably killed somebody.
Nah, not the case. So here's how this one works. I'm gonna read you a strange fact. A strange fact about me, Romeo, or Spencer, and you're gonna have to guess which one it is. So the fact might be that for instance, I might say this person is colorblind. You guys, hopefully, he brought it up earlier. You guys should all know that's a simple fact by now. That's me. I'm colorblind. It comes up a crazy amount of times, probably than it should. I kind of forget I'm colorblind, but it seems always that's a simple fact. So that's an example. So then you'll say in the chat if you think it's Spencer, me, or Romeo, and then you'll drop in the chat and we'll see who the winner is, and then we'll reveal the answer. So the way we're gonna do this, let's see. We even have a prize to give out at the end, and I got to figure out how we're gonna do that here. But the first fact, okay? The first fact, you're gonna win. Whoever wins this, by the way, if you drop in the chat and I see you getting the most answers correct, you're gonna have the opportunity to win yourself a special Amazon prize. And you don't know, you guys cannot win it because you know the answer. But you're not gonna get to know what you win until after you already win it. So let me tell you, you'll want to win this one. So here's the first fact, everybody.
If no one wants to win, then can I?
Yes, if nobody wants it, then you can win it, Spencer.
Is
This
it
person
a pickle body pillow?
is not a pickle body pillow.
Dang it.
This person eats butter with everything.
Is it
This
an
person
anime
eats
body?
butter with everything. Who do you think it is? Drop in the chat.
Is it an anime
Who
body?
eats butter with everything? We're doing this by the honor system, by the way. So you got to keep track in your head. I'm going to keep track out here, too. I'm going to try to judge it. But you try to let me know, keep track in your head how many of these you guys get right. In the winner, you guys are going to be in. You guys are going to be in for the final prize here. But drop it in the chat. Which one of the three of us, me, Mayo, or Spencer, eats butter with everything? Who is it?
Has anyone ever eaten stick of raw?
Has anyone ever eaten a stick of raw butter? He says.
I've heard a story of
That's incriminating. That's incriminating information right there.
Like, I really want to.
I know
See how it
someone who
tastes.
has.
Eat
but
a
I
stick
can't
of
remember
butter.
his name.
People are saying your mom. That's an answer.
Ha!
All right, we
Don't
have
tell
a
your
lot of
mom
Mayo.
this.
Mayo, you seem to be the favorite so far. A couple people have said you.
Okay.
Me?
Just because I have ADHD does not mean I'm
I
nervous.
also have ADHD.
Paula Dean, I appreciate it. Okay, we have Spencer vote and the Swanson vote. We think it's Swanson.
Ron Swanson. from
Spencer?
Parks and Recreation.
Okay, so we have 2 votes, 3 votes
Love
for
that
Spencer.
TV show.
How many votes for Mayo? 1, 2. All right, we'll see what it is. Here we go. Everybody get him in. You got another 20 seconds. What up, Curtis? Another 20 seconds. Which one of us eats butter with everything? Swanson would eat butter. I feel like any animal would eat butter. I feel like that's a pretty... It's kind of like sugar. I feel like every species has to love it, right? The answer is Spencer.
Hi,
Spencer
I like
eats
butter.
butter with everything. What's like a weird thing you put butter on?
Spaghetti.
He puts butter on spaghetti. I feel like you put butter on noodles anyway, don't you?
Let's see.
Yeah, so it's like a
Spaghetti,
stick together.
like plain bread with no. It's like not.
Okay.
toasted, just
Everyone does
bread. I've eaten with fries before.
Put butter on fries. Okay, that's a
Just
weird one.
Pancakes, like no syrup on them, just butter and pancake.
Okay, people do that though. I feel like the weird one though is French fries.
I don't like
Let's see. I had butter with like an omelet.
Butter with an omelet. So he puts butter on a couple really weird things, like French fries and omelets. But some of the other stuff, he's fairly normal. But self-described, he puts butter on everything, and I think that extends to a lot of different facets. So I wouldn't put it past him. All right, here's our next one. This person ran into the back of their car or their parents' car and needed stitches. Which one of that? Was that me,
I ran into a
Spencer,
car.
or Romeo? The car was not moving, by the way. I clarified before we wrote it. The car was still. Which one of us, me, Spencer, or Mayo, ran into the back of a car and needed stitches?
They ran into a park.
We can't tell you where it's at. And
it. In Ohio.
it was in Ohio,
It's in Florida.
in Florida.
Florida, man.
You don't know where it's at. It's a secret. Which one of us ran into the back of a car and needed stitches? Doug says me. That's first vote in.
Dog.
Who said me? People.
Dang. See, there's a lot of votes coming in for me and you, Spencer. Nobody has any faith in me or Spencer.
So everyone thinks Mayo ran into a
Everybody
car.
thinks Mayo didn't run into a car. I feel like that makes sense.
I feel like Mayo would run into a car.
I probably would when I get to that.
I almost got ran over.
You feel like I would be the one to do that. Nick's changing his answer to Mayo.
Bruh.
I almost got run over by a guy in a car.
Chandler thinks he heard this story. I can't answer that question if he's heard this story or not. Okay, Mayo, you have 2 votes. You're on the board twice.
Man,
There you go, Mayo.
how many
I
votes
feel
do
like,
you have?
Spencer, you have 1, maybe just 1.
Yay! Shout outs to that person.
Yeah, because Nick changed his vote away from you. Everybody's picking me.
Nick, how dare you?
Everybody's picking me. And you guys would all be correct. It was me. I ran into the back of a
It's
parked
me.
car, hit my head, and needed stitches. My got it the last second. Yeah, it was me. Oh, Dawson changed his to Mayo. You don't get the point anymore, Dawson. Oh, gosh, it came in right at the last second. Make sure you guys are keeping track in your head. I'm trying to keep track here, but it's kind of hard. But, yeah, my mom can't answer because, in fact, she was the one in the car. Funny story here. So I have a basketball in my hand, right? And we're leaving to go somewhere. I turn around, I throw the basketball in the garage. The car's in the garage, by the way. And my mom has like one of those cars that like closes the trunk, or she did at the time. She still does now, but it's a different one. And it was closing the trunk, coming down, and I was running around the side of the car. Imagine hitting a car. Yeah, I know. See, I just tell people I got hit by a car, and they don't have to know I was the one who hit the car, and I ran into it, not the other way around. But so then the car thing's coming down, and I run around the corner, not even seeing it, and it dropped right into my head range, and because I couldn't register it because it was still dropping, and boom, smacked right into it, landed on the ground, blood going everywhere. I had to scream. I was like, "Mom, don't back up! I'm back here. I got blood everywhere." And then it was a whole mess. I had to go get stitches in my head. I was driving to go pick up my friend, and long story short, I didn't get to hang out with my friend. Explained so much, yeah. I still have a scar somewhere. I don't remember what side of my head it's on. I got hit up here. But definitely lost some brain cells after that one, for sure.
Yeah, like we want to
All right. This one's a funny story. Which one of us set a fire alarm off at school? Which one of the 3 of us set off a fire alarm at school?
Fun fact, my friend threw a tennis ball at a fire alarm and it was like pushed and pulled down.
Yeah.
Like somehow the tennis ball like got thrown into it.
Seriously?
Yeah.
So there's apparently 2 stories. That's not the one we were thinking of.
It's not mine.
Yeah, I have long hair to hide the scar. Bridget crashed her bike first day she got it. All right, we got a couple votes for Mayo. We got 2 votes for Mayo, 1 vote for Spencer. Who set off the fire alarm at school? Mayo and Spencer. Mayo, you're definitely getting more votes here, but Spencer, you're starting to even it up, man. You're starting to even it up here.
No one's voting for Preston.
Nobody's voting for me. I'm glad you guys think I'm just clumsy and not like dumb. I mean, maybe you think I'm dumb, but you didn't think I was dumb enough to pull the fire alarm.
Wait, so you're
Maybe I
saying-
was. You'll never know.
Wait, so just because you're dumb, you pull fire alarm?
Spencer, apparently.
What kind of fire-
Apparently, Spencer seems sus.
I'm gangster.
We got some votes for Spencer and Mayo. Go ahead and drop them in the chat still. I'll give you another 30 seconds here to get them in. Was it on purpose? I cannot share that information until afterward.
I cannot confirm or deny.
Cannot be confirmed or denied
What did you say?
whether or not it was on purpose or not.
That's what you said.
Yeah, that's what I said.
That's what you said.
Bob Dominion.
What we got here? I'll give you another 10 seconds to get them in. The answer
That's my
is Romeo. Romeo set off the fire alarm at school. Mayo, we need to hear the story behind this because I heard it earlier and I couldn't stop laughing.
Mayo's
So talk
mom,
loud
if you're listening,
and let's hear the story. Yeah, Mayo said his parents are hearing this story for the first time. So if you guys are on here, I'm sorry you had to hear it this way.
Yeah,
But
it was
here's
an accident.
go ahead and tell the story. Tell it nice and loud, loud and proud.
So I was walking to my classroom, as you do, and I step on my shoelace, and I go for the wall, but then there's a fire alarm right next to the wall, so then I pull it down, and I just sprint to my classroom, and then and then they're like, okay, we have to go outside. So when we went outside, and we were just waiting out there for 30 minutes. And the fire people came and was like, there's no fire. Someone must have just pulled on accident.
You said the fire truck came, and you pulled it on accident.
Yeah. No one knew.
And he didn't tell a soul.
I didn't tell anybody.
He didn't tell a soul. He went and he pulled the fire alarm at school.
They didn't pull any camera.
That's the funniest story that I've heard so far in a long time. It had me dying. So Mayo trips over his shoelace at school, falls into the wall, goes to grab it, and pulls the fire alarm down, runs back to his classroom, and doesn't tell a soul. Waits out there for like an hour as the fire truck comes. Funny stuff, man.
That's why I wear these
Yeah.
shoes now.
He said earlier he wears shoes without shoelaces now, and it's for that reason. That way he doesn't accidentally trip on them and pull the fire alarm again. That is the most Mayo thing I think I've ever heard in my life.
Mom, if you're watching, I'm sorry.
He says he's sorry, Mom. He's doing good things here at the church, so I think he should be pardoned for that one. All right, here we go. Which one of us swallowed a marble? Which one of us swallowed a marble? Not telling you what kind of marble it was, not telling you how they swallowed it, but this is another good story. How did somebody swallow a marble?
What is this shit?
Do you get a prize for getting them all wrong? Maybe if you spelled wrong correctly, you would, Mayo.
Why?
Beeman thinks I swallowed a marble. You never know, man. Maybe I didn't. Nick thinks it's Mayo. We're split. We're all tied. Okay, Spencer takes the lead.
I have
Oh, Spencer's taking a commanding lead. AJ choked on a grape.
never eaten.
I've choked on a lot of stuff. I've choked on like a tortilla chip, maybe like a retainer. There's been a lot of stuff.
Oh, I
Okay.
got a piece of- I got a bottle.
Spencer's the overwhelming vote
I had to,
here.
like, grab my finger and dig it out.
Spencer's the overwhelming vote here for this. So we'll give you another 20 seconds here to get this vote in.
Yeah.
Spencer's the overwhelming winner. Oh, I got a vote. People know what's up. People know it's me.
Ah,
All right.
what's a good question?
Which one of us swallowed a marble? Raise your hand.
That was me.
It was Spencer. Spencer, go ahead and share the story.
Okay. So,
Nice and loud.
I like to put things in my mouth just to like feel how they like feel or taste. And one day I find a like small metallic marble of my brother's, and I decided to put it in my mouth to see how it tastes. And I like sneezed or coughed or something, and it just went straight down my throat.
So he sneezed and swallowed a marble. That's a story and a half right there, ladies and gentlemen. That's something. All right. Which one of us invested in stocks when we invested in stocks already? Which one of us have invested in stocks already? Me, Spencer, or Romeo? One of us is a stockholder. And which one of it?
Let me give you a hint. It isn't in Blockbuster.
It isn't in Blockbuster. I don't know what that means. Are you talking about the movie?
You know what Blockbuster
Are you talking about the old movie thing? You guys weren't even alive then.
The stocks aren't in Blockbuster, you know that.
Oh, whatever. All right, people think Mayo has stocks already.
Stonks.
Stonks, they say.
I'm like 13.
As the hipsters say. Mayo's 13. He doesn't know why you would think he would have stocks. Princess Preston has stonks. Good to know.
Stonks.
Mayo, you have a lead right now, man.
Me?
Yeah, people think you're financially smart.
Yeah, I am. I'm gonna save it till like I'm 40 and become a billionaire because I invested in Bitcoin.
He invested in Bitcoin, he says. I don't know if you have enough money to do that, but if you do, good for you.
It's like $20,000 now.
See, he knows how much Bitcoin is. It's totally Mayo. Or is it?
Where are you going to college?
People think it's me. I feel like Preston invested in stocks. I would have heard about it. No, I keep it secret. I invested $1 million in I can't tell you that yet, but I wouldn't tell you that. That way, I hit it big. Let's just say that, and I'm sitting on all my money. In fact, I'm sitting on a chair, not my money. All right, give me another 10 seconds here. Which one of us invested in stocks?
Stonks.
Which one of us invested in stocks? What's the answer? Raise your hand. Who was it?
Me.
It was Mayo. Of course it was Mayo. You guys knew it. Mayo invested in stocks. That sounds like a very Mayo thing to do.
How?
It doesn't sound Mayo at all.
I feel like that sounds really Mayo.
No, it doesn't whatsoever.
I don't know.
You don't think?
No.
I didn't know what the stock market was until like a couple weeks ago.
But then he invested in stocks anyway.
Don't.
Stocks.
Good for him. I have not invested in stocks. Mayo's off to a better start in life than I am. All right. This is a doozy. Which one of us sleeps under the bed sometimes? Not on the bed. Under the bed.
Sounds rough.
Sleeps under our bed.
My bed or your bed?
Like under the bed. Like, okay, so you got your
Like,
mattress.
You're the monster under your
You
bed.
got your mattress, and then you can go under it, under the bed.
Like under the bed.
Like under the bed frame. Which one of us sleeps under the bed frame, under our bed sometimes? With the monsters? Mayo, Spencer, or me?
I already know that there are monsters in my bed. There are monsters in my closet.
Monsters in the closet, not under the bed.
That's a guarantee.
Yeah. That's why I don't sleep. in my
Spencer has all the votes right now. People must think you're a strange person.
Oh.
That's where the marbles are, says Doug, is under the bed.
In a sleeping bag to my door. so I can
The
sleep.
marbles are under the bed. Mayo, you got to vote. People think you're weird. I'm glad people don't think I'm this weird and sleep under the bed. Couldn't be me, or could it? I'm just
No, I
different.
want
I
to
like to
sleeping bag.
sleep under my bed with the monster.
Flex tape it to my door so I can like sleep on my door.
There you go.
Straight up.
There you go. You just the monster. I like to cuddle with the monster under my bed.
Cuddle. I'm gonna cuddle with someone.
All right, all right.
Especially a demon.
Does it just so that the monster can have the bed? Yeah, I like to be nice and let him have the bed sometimes because I feel bad making him sleep on the floor all the time. You know, I'm like, you know, man, if you're gonna live under there, you might as well. It's like the troll under the bridge in Dora. I feel bad for the little guy. All right, which one of us sleeps under our bed sometimes? Who is it? It is Spencer. You guys guessed it. Spencer sleeps under the bed.
The monster under my bed is fuzzy.
Why? Okay, why do you sleep under your bed?
Okay, so I like, I don't know why, but I like to read when I'm ready to go to bed.
Okay.
Sometimes when I read under my bed. I have no idea why I read under my bed. And sometimes when I read under my bed, I fall asleep and I
So-
don't wake up,
So you read under your bed, and then what happens is you fall asleep.
and I don't even realize.
Okay.
I fell asleep.
That's a lot better. Sometimes I'll be honest. Sometimes I'll sleep in my bed, but then if I'm super tired, I'll move to the floor or if I can't fall asleep, but I'm like still tired, and it's like I've been sitting in bed for like an hour, and like I can't fall asleep. I'll move to the floor, and I can fall asleep right away. Yeah, I don't know, man. Sometimes it happens.
I feel like that sometimes.
You think we're weird? You have stocks right now. Actually, that's
It's not
smart.
that weird.
That
I
is
get
smart.
better with my money.
He is better with his money. All right.
I don't sleep on the floor.
Which one of us has a bag of baby teeth? A bag?
That sounds like something that Stalker would.
Yeah, one of us is a stalker. Which one of us has a bag of baby
Which one
teeth?
of
I
us
just
is a
use
young
fair.
Derek? You decide.
A bag of baby teeth.
Look at this. Look at that.
There, might I add, it is like their own personal baby teeth, but it is still a bag of their
Oh,
baby
so it
teeth.
isn't like my baby teeth.
A bag of baby teeth. And I'm really curious what you guys think about this.
Look at this. I found these attached to my chair.
Gross. It is very gross. Yeah, man. Beeman thinks it's me.
It's obviously.
It could be me. It's turned into a horror movie, I know, right? I don't know who holds baby teeth. You got people. Okay, you guys think it's me. Okay, we got one vote for Mayo. Mayo, you're getting dragged into this too. People think you're weird too.
I mean, that's why I'm here,
You know what?
right?
At least it's not adult teeth. There wouldn't be a lot of those.
I'm
You know?
a tooth fairy, man. I just
Yeah, no. I feel like it'd be.
Yeah,
I feel like if you saved them up, you'd make a lot of money. It's like-
Steal their teeth and replace it with money.
It's like a big turn-in, it's like a lump sum. Like you don't earn money for your baby teeth, you just hold on to them, and then you turn them in, and boom, you get a bajillion of them.
Yeah.
A lot of people think it's me or Mayo.
Well,
Nick thinks it's Spencer. That's the first vote for Spencer. Make sure you guys are keeping track in your head here. All right, give me another 30 seconds here to answer.
I got
Who eats their baby teeth?
I-
Not eats their baby teeth. Who has their baby teeth?
I-
Nobody's eating their baby teeth around here. I was distracted. I was listening to them.
I want
Who has their baby teeth?
like someone else.
None of us eat our baby teeth, I'll tell you that. At least that I know of.
What do you mean? I eat my
Salted
baby
tea.
teeth. That's why they're all gone.
All right. It is Spencer.
Hi.
Spencer has a bag of his baby teeth. Why do you have a bag of your baby teeth, Spencer?
Well, I've been thinking of doing like the rotting tea with soda science experiment, or maybe just like keeping them so one day when I'm like 50, I can look at my baby teeth and go, I was a weird kid.
So he wants to have his baby teeth so he can either melt them in Coke, or that way he can look back and say he was a weird kid. Well, I think that'll work.
I'm just gonna jog.
All right. Here we go. This one's a little bit more normal. It's because of the marbles. Then he says, good luck getting a girlfriend, Spencer.
Oh, thank you. I'm single right now. So
Oh, well, you heard it here, ladies
I'll
and
take
gentlemen.
I'll take
He's
any.
got a bag of baby teeth, and he's ready to mingle.
I'm hot.
All right, here we go. Next one. This one's a little bit more down to earth. Which one of us won our elementary school talent show? Who won our elementary school talent show? Was it Mayo?
Yeah.
Was it Spencer?
My talent
Or was it myself? I'm trying to. Mayo, you got any weird talents? Maybe not. Don't share the one that won you the talent show if you won the talent show, but share a weird talent of yours.
I don't know. I don't have any weird talents.
I can play the kazoo really well.
He can play the kazoo really well,
I
he
also
says.
whistle very well.
He can whistle really well.
I can barely whistle.
See, I, for one, don't know how to play the kazoo, but funny story, completely unrelated. I convinced somebody in an interview that I was a professional kazoo player, and I was world renowned. So we had to do like an interview in a class, and they were like, "Name an interesting fact nobody knows about you." And I went on this whole rant about being a professional kazoo player, and everybody believed me. And I explained like the intricacies of kazoo and said like I had like a bamboo kazoo, and it was like I could hit all sorts of different notes, and like I was going pro in it and making a ton of money. But it was good stuff. Everybody's saying me. I did sing. I'm a big singer, if you couldn't tell. If you ever stand next to me in worship, I'll prove that wrong real quick. But I'll give you another 10 seconds here to answer. Which one of us? I don't know if you guys saw our lip sync, but Spencer has some moves dancing.
I do.
He does. He's got some good moves.
I'm not good at.
What's the answer? It was me. I won
Dio.
the elementary school talent show, or kind of. They didn't really have. I don't know if they ever actually had like a winner. I'm pretty sure they did. I don't know. My mom might know better than I do. But me and my friend sang Frozen up on stage,
Frozen.
and I forget if it technically won or not, but that counts. It was showstopper for sure. We sang Frozen. It was right when it came out in 5th grade. It was good stuff. All right. Which one of us, last couple here, which one of us does not know how to ride a bike? This is the last one for all the marbles. Which one of us, don't eat them, Spencer. Which one of us does not know how to ride a bike?
Fun fact, I want a Lego tire.
Who can not ride a bike? Male,
What?
can you ride a bike? Spencer,
Yeah.
don't answer that. Spencer, can you ride a bike? You're supposed to
I
say,
don't know.
can I ride a bike? I don't know. We'll see.
Maybe. That's my.
Which one of us cannot ride a bike? I feel like that'd be a very useful skill to have in quarantine, to be able to go out and ride your bike places. Okay, we got a vote for Spencer, a vote for Mayo. We got a couple votes for Mayo. See you later, Nick.
I'm a
Carson
striker.
Beeman in the chat says he can't ride a bike. Beeman cannot ride a bike.
I've got the theme song.
Oh gosh,
I'm getting tired. I'm getting.
Mayo
What?
seems to be the popular answer here.
Uh,
Mayo seems to be taking all the votes. Spencer has a vote though. Training wheels ever since. Yeah, I ride training wheels still on my bike. But does that count or not? Actually, no, it doesn't count. So say with what you want. My preferred mode of transportation is a tricycle. So do with that information what you wish.
Wait, do bicycles and motorcycles count as the same thing?
I don't know, man. All right, last 15 seconds here. Go and drop your answer. Drop your answers in the chat. Mayo, Spencer, or myself? Who cannot ride a bike? All right. Which one of us cannot ride a bike? Raise your hand. It is Spencer. Spencer cannot ride a bicycle. Mayo can. I can. Spencer, unfortunately, still needs to learn how to ride a bike. So if anybody wants to teach him, free lesson. There's somebody who will take it right there. Spencer, if you're in the market of wanting to teach people how to ride bicycles. All right, y'all. That is it for our game. And I'm going to go ahead and move us into a little tiny, quick, short devotional here before I send you guys on your way for your week. So you guys can go ahead and have a seat. Thank you for joining me up here for our incredible guests. Well, everybody give a virtual clap to them and all of their random weird facts about owning baby teeth and other weird stuff. Just really quick, we are in a message for the next couple weeks. We're in a series called Life on Purpose. Life on Purpose. And so this week, we're going to be focusing on engaging the mission. So what does it look like for us as Christians to engage other people in living like Christ and engage other people in developing, I'm going to take this off, in developing a relationship with Christ. So we see a lot of times, just quick story, it'll tie in a minute. Have any of you guys ever seen like competitive eaters? Like competitive eaters who literally do anything to like win. Like I remember hearing a story once about people who literally, like in the Nathan's hot dog eating contest, ate hot dogs and then like threw them up because they ate too many. But then they were going to be disqualified if they did, so they ate their own puke to stay in the actual competition. Isn't that crazy? Like people eat their own throw up, that way they're not disqualified from the competition for the hot dog eating contest. But anyway, you get a winner at that, right? And you have everybody celebrating that winner. That's just a funny example I can think of people really trying their hardest to win something. And people rejoicing about them. But anyway, that'll tie in a minute, but it's just a funny little intro. But so tonight, we're going to set the goal of how do we reach our lost friends, right? What do we do? Hi, Casey. What do we do to reach out and connect to the people who don't know God? And one way that we can do that is to pray for our lost friends, right? We can pray for them. John chapter 6, 44 and 65 say, "No one can come to me unless the Father who sent me draws them, and I will raise them up in the last day." He went on to say, "This is why I told you that no one can come to me unless the Father has enabled them." So we are called to pray for our lost friends, right? What does this verse tell us? It tells us that we can't do anything without God when it comes to bringing people to Him. Nobody comes to God without Him enabling it. That's what that verse says. And so that shouldn't be a stress on us. That should actually be a relief, right? That should be a relief for us that nobody comes to God, right? That we are not the sole reason that people come to God. God does that. And so there's a big part of it, a large portion of us sharing the gospel and bringing people the gospel message and getting them around church and bringing them around the good news is by praying for them. I know if you guys have been around that I shared about a friend of mine who I played lacrosse with growing up in early years of high school. That's how I met him. He was super far from God and didn't want anything to really do with him. He had somewhat of a relationship with him before. Then he had a tragic event happen to him and just completely shut him out. Said I don't want anything to do with him. And so I kept having to pour into him, right? And after pouring into him for months, eventually he finally came around to it. But it wasn't all me, right? And so that's why I don't like to say that I brought him to Christ or that I made him a Christian, right? I didn't. God did. Because he did it maybe through some of the work that I did, but it wasn't just that, right? There were other people. There were other things at work, right? God was working on his heart and in people's hearts around him besides me to open doors for him to finally be ready to receive it and be open to hearing the message. And so it's really important that we pray and we don't take that weight on us that we have to figure everything out or we have to know how to bring everybody to God right away. But instead, we simply just need to pray for them. And there's other steps to do too, but to pray for them. That's the very first step, to pray for our lost friends, people who don't know God or maybe who have fallen away, right? We're called to pray and intercede for each other. The second thing is we are called to talk to our lost friends about God. So not only are we supposed to pray for them, but what good does it do? Or are we really maximizing our situation if I am praying for Mayo, but I'm not talking to him about God, right? If I say, I really hope Mayo finds God. I really hope he comes to Christ. But am I doing all that I can if I'm not also talking to him about it, right? We're called to share the message, right? Colossians 4:5-6 says, be wise in the way you act towards outsiders. Make the most of every opportunity. Let your conversation be always full of grace, seasoned with salt, so that you may know how to answer everyone. It says make the most of every opportunity. We're called to make the most of every single opportunity that we have, right? So what does that look like? That looks like for us is searching for different ways to communicate with people. That isn't always, I don't know if you guys ever been driving on the highway somewhere and you see the signs that are like, you're going to hell, or Jesus is the Savior. Or if you're downtown Indy going to like a Colts game or something, people are holding signs, be like, repent right now, and Jesus is coming back right now. And while sometimes those might work, I don't think those are the most effective ways or anywhere near to the most effective ways to reach people. Some people, even if they like you as a person, they might reject the message right away, right? And that's like the example of my friend earlier. He liked me. We were good friends. He just rejected the message. He didn't want to hear the message because he had a bad encounter with it before. So that's why it's important we learn how to search for opportunities to present the gospel in unique ways, right? So for instance, maybe that involves and a big piece of that is conducting ourselves in a manner worthy of the gospel, right? Be wise in the way you act towards others. So that involves our language, right? For instance, if we don't say bad words, if we don't talk in a way that puts other people down, whether or not it's bad words or jokes, or if that's just being mean to people, if we don't talk like that, or if we don't engage in gossip, and we don't get into all of that mess, right? And we don't do that, then we look different than other people around us, don't we? We look different. And so even though we look different, we then get to start a conversation about that, right? People are going to ask us, well, why do you look different? Why do you act that way, right? And then we get to turn around and we get to say, well, I act that way because I know I don't need to, or because my God calls me to love, because God calls me to do otherwise. And then you get to share the gospel with that person right then and there. So that's how it works, right? That we get to have that opportunity to do that by talking to people. That can look a lot of different ways. Like, for instance, for me in middle school, I used to literally carry my Bible around with me to class. And that brought up a couple of conversations of, why are you carrying your Bible around to class? And then I can say, well, I like to do my quiet time in class, or I like to have it in case anybody wants to read it. And so that's another great way. And you got to get creative, right? There's so many, especially right now, there's so many different ways you can get creative to sharing the gospel message with people. And so I encourage you guys to look for ways to do that. And lastly, bring your lost friends around other Christians, right? Jesus' ministry and Paul's ministry were centered in the synagogues, right? And an important thing to note here is bringing somebody to church is not the end-all be-all, right? We're not called to just bring people to church and say, okay, we're done, I did it. But bringing them around, and it's not the only step, but bringing them around other Christians, right? And a great place to do that is church, where they can invest and they can learn about different things that go on at church, right? The different aspects of being here, right? And I've heard this referred to as a Matthew party. This idea that in Matthew they talk about you have your Christian friends and non-Christian friends, and you intermix, right? That your Christian friends get to hang out with your non-Christian friends, and that's what I've heard it referred to as. And so, bringing those people into communities where they can be loved by fellow Christians, that's another great way that we can disciple and interact with the people around us. And so, in summary, we need to be praying for our lost friends. That's a very important part, right? Because God moves through us, but we're not the end all be all. He is, and so we need to be praying and surrendering everybody in every situation over to Him first and foremost. We also need to be talking to our friends about God. It's not enough to just pray it, right? But God calls us to action, to go and make disciples, not just pray about making disciples. We are to go and make disciples, and bring your lost friends to church, right? Bring them around other Christians. And Shiloh, I hope we're gonna get into that in the next couple weeks of the nitty-gritty of how do we do that? How do we have those conversations? What do they look like? How do we start those? But this is more of an overview of how you do that. And a great way to start is you ask them about what they think about God, right? A lot of people like to jump and start with sharing the gospel message and getting it all out, but maybe you ask them first when it's appropriate, when the conversation comes up, hey, what do you think about God? Or maybe you share with them how you came to know God. You don't necessarily say, hey, you need to come to Christ, but you share your message of how you met God and how you came to know Him and came to accept Him as your Savior. And you don't have to have all the answers to the questions, right? You don't have to know exactly how things are going to play out. And if they ask you hard questions, it's okay to say, I don't know. I'm going to ask somebody, or I'm going to pray about it, and I'll get back to you on it, right? We're not called to know all the answers, right? We're just called to love God. And we're called to share the gospel message. So that's what I encourage you with, is to do that and focus on that. I really appreciate you guys joining, listening in for Quick Devotional, and having fun with us tonight. Before we leave, we still have our prize to give out for those of you who stuck around. And it is an inflatable little, those car salesman thingies? It's a mini one. So you get a mini car salesman inflatable. So that's what you have coming your way. So go ahead and drop it in the chat which one of you guys had the most. Say how many in the chat, how many correct answers you had earlier. Well, you guys don't count because you had them before. Which one of you guys had the most correct answers? Shh. Which one of you guys had the most correct answers the first time around? They're like $5. You can get on them.
I got them for Christmas. Yeah.
I have like 11 $11.
How many did you guys get right? Let us know in the chat before you guys head out. Let's see what we got here, and then we'll declare a winner and get it sent your way. We got 2 right. Bip's on the board with 2. That's the winner. Oh, Shiloh's got 7. Can anybody beat 7? Yeah, those things, they kind of. Oh, we got a tie at 7. My shot. I don't know how many we did, but 7. That's pretty high number. Can anybody beat 7? Vinny got 0. Dawson got 4. 7 seems pretty high. Yeah, Shiloh and Maya tied. Looks like neither you get it. Oh, Tegan got 7 too. That's a 3-way tie. I'm just kidding. We'll figure something out if all 3 of you tied. Can anybody beat 7? Can anybody beat 7? Going once. Going twice. We got 3 with 7, so we'll be in contact with you guys and figure out what we're gonna do. Let's see. Anybody beat 7? No? Is that what we got? The final answer 7. Going once? Going twice? I think it's sold. We got a tie. Tegan, Shiloh, and Maya at 7. So we will be in contact with you 3 and figure something out what we're going to do. I'm not sure what we're going to do yet. You guys are the first 3-way tie, but we'll figure it out. But you guys are killing it. So we hope you guys have an amazing week. And we will see you. You guys want to come on and say goodbye to everybody? We hope to see you next week on here, 7 o'clock on here. So you guys have an amazing week. we'll see
I
you.
don't think so.
We'll see you then. Mayo won't be there, but that's all right.
No,
We'll see
I'll
you
be
then.
like online, but I won't be here.
Maya, Shyla, and Tegan, you guys be on the lookout. We'll be in contact with your parents or with you guys, and we will figure out what we're doing with the whole blowy up guy. All right? Sounds good. You guys have a great week.